is up, everybody? It's your boy, Bobby from Bobby's Breakdown, and it feels like it's been a while since we have done a stream, because it probably has been. Sorry, folks. Life gets in the way. But here we are. We, and I say we because I have a guest today. We are going to be discussing everything from All In 2023 to All In 2024, and there might be some hot takes thrown in on this stream. So, with that being said, let me introduce you to my guest. Making his stream debut on the channel, we have Leo from the
Hello.
Retrospective. How are we doing today, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. All In is about, what's today, Wednesday? We're about 96-ish hours out.
Yeah.
Now, the start time for you over there is what, 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock,
All right.
think.
1 o'clock Eastern for us, which is
like
great.
Middle of the afternoon.
It's great, but also it's like, you better hope you don't have anything during the day.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I luck out, kind of. I have a softball game at 8 in the morning. Could be a little tired, but it's better than having one at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So, but yes, like I mentioned before, we are going to be discussing everything from All In 2023 to All In 2024. And heck, we could even mention All In 2025 because we know what's happening with that. So,
Yes.
But let's start off with this. Leo, you went to All In 2023. And you're going to All In 2024. But explain your experience from All In 2023. The highs, the lows, if there are any, how the stadium looks, anything you want to throw in there. Go for it, buddy.
Yeah, the stadium's really good. I was pretty much up in the proper nosebleed seats, like right high up. But yeah, no, it looked really good. There's obviously tons of people with the 85,000+ people there. The highlights for me, like Jericho and Ospreay, I thought was match of the night in my opinion. Adam Cole and MJF pretty close behind, but I did prefer Ospreay and Jericho.
That was phenomenal. Adam Cole and MJF, and well, you know, had to rep my boy who I have met before, and that was an interesting experience to say the least.
I haven't met any wrestlers, so I'm jealous whenever anyone mentions that they've met wrestlers.
Hey, maybe this weekend is your time. If you run into
just
MJF,
walk around the streets of London, just following, trying to see where people are.
If you run into MJF, make sure you have your camera ready because I don't know if I sent you this video. I sent you the picture of us, but the video I'm recording, all of a sudden a baby starts crying. He stands up. He's like, "Who's crying? Not in here. Take it outside." And everyone starts cracking up. The little child who was crying, her sister is like a 7 or 8 year old girl at the time. She just casually flips MJF off.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I love when children are like swearing at people.
She's like, and he's like, but it was funny. But yeah, MJF is on the card this year against Ospreay. So that should be very interesting. But keep going with your experience from All In, please.
No, it was good. I thought obviously like it's kind of weird watching it in retrospective as far as the CM Punk match and watching the Jungle Boy and Hook match beforehand. Because obviously all we saw was like Jack Perry talking to the camera, but we didn't hear what he said. And we had no idea what the connection was. So.
Oh, yeah. We heard it. Or was I with my friends at that point? That was on the buy-in, right?
Yeah.
So I don't
think much on the buy-in.
Yeah, I don't think some of my friends were there for that just yet, but I was there, and my buddy, we just looked at each other. We were like, "Oh, here we go!"
Yeah.
we knew something was gonna happen.
Oh, definitely.
We were like, "All right."
But to be fair, Punk did go out and have a banger match with Joe like straight afterwards, which I think is pretty impressive considering like how high tensions would have been.
And then it's just like, and then he showed up in WWE like 3 months later.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that I was like there for the last Punk match in AEW.
Yeah,
and then to then watch Survivor Series. Well, I was convinced he wasn't going to show up,
I
But
didn't think he was either. And Ryback didn't either. And Ryback, I think he has to retire now because he said that.
oh
Yeah.
man, that guy's retiring every 5 days. It's so funny to watch people on Twitter just absolutely go for him.
And I'm not a Punk guy by any means, but I would take him over Ryback any day of the week.
Oh, I'm 100% a Punk guy.
Oh no,
One
yeah,
of the second favorite wrestler of all time.
Who's your first?
John Cena.
I love John Cena, so I respect
Yeah.
it. My number one might shock you, but I'll explain why.
Go
Batista.
on. Okay.
He was the first dude I ever saw in wrestling.
Right. Yeah. So it's
2005. He saved the Big Show from JBL and the Cabinet, and I was like, this dude is awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that's been my dude ever since. So I would love to meet him one day.
Yeah. What's that? I mean, like for me, like my earliest wrestling memory was Edge and John Cena.
That was 06?
06, yeah.
No, wait, which Edge John Cena? The cash-in or the tables, ladders, chairs?
I think it was like between that, but like the
Okay.
match that always sticks out to me is like one I go to is Cena Edge and TLC.
Phenomenal match. Cena was
Absolutely 100%.
the most hated man in the building, but it wasn't his worst experience in a hostile crowd. Oh man,
I don't know. That's it. One night stand is always the one in it.
I watched that when I was 10. No, 11. Yeah. No, 10. What was it? 06? Yeah, I was 10. So yeah, I remember watching it. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Why do they hate John Cena?
Yeah. Leo mentioned it all in 2023. Punk defeats Samoa Joe. We had, and I don't even remember a good chunk of these matches. I gotta be honest with you. Bullet Club Gold defeated the Golden Elite.
Hangman,
and
Ibushi.
Kota Ibushi. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's funny. Well, it was
so Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Takeshita.
So they didn't have the guns at that point.
Yeah, they were there.
Oh, interesting.
They just didn't. But it was during the Omega and Takeshita feud. Because Takeshita pinned Omega to win the match.
Interesting. FTR defeated and retained against the Young Bucks. Ironically, a version of that match is happening again this year.
Obviously these two teams are seen as like the best teams in wrestling at the minute. I didn't think much of the match. Like I thought it was all right. Like it was good in a way of like, well, of course it's going to be good. But their other matches were so much better. And then when it was like coming around to this time of year again, and it's like, oh, FTR are trying to challenge for the titles. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to see this again.
We had a stadium stampede match? Wait,
yes.
Sorry. I was thinking out loud. What? I don't remember this at all. How drunk was
I? So if you remember, 2 weeks later was All Out. Or no, sorry, the week later was All Out when Moxley took the title from Orange.
Yeah. And wow. And look at this. Santana and Ortiz were on Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, how things change.
Wow.
You haven't seen Ortiz in like nearly a year, and Santana's killing it in TNA.
Yeah, Santana's gone. Ortiz, I think he's still with the company.
Gone, but
technically.
He's gone, but we don't see him.
Yeah, he's still technically with them. Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot about this one, too. Saraya won the Women's Championship in a Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, I thought, for me, I enjoyed the match. I thought that, like, the point that really sticks out to me is when Saraya has Toni Storm in a submission where she's holding her arms and her legs, and Britt Baker just stomps the fuck out of Toni, unprotected.
Yeah.
It looks grim, but it was awesome. But obviously, it was a questionable outcome because of how Saraya's title reign went.
Because didn't she only hold it for like a month?
I think it was like a month or two. She only defended it like once between winning it and losing it. It's because she like doesn't wrestle often, so it was just to get the crowd.
It wasn't long. I remember that.
No.
And this next match, what a difference a year makes. Darby Allin and Sting defeated Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
Not only was Swerve Strickland a heel, but he also was the one thrown in the casket. Now
Yes.
he's the AEW World Champion, ultimate babyface, and I'll say he's
But
the best
but
thing going.
is he a babyface? Because this is the thing.
Oh.
One thing I've noticed with Swerve is he will be face or heel no matter who he faces.
I mean, he did try and murder Hangman's kid. Yeah, who
Yeah, but
knows?
the 2 matches we got out of that were fantastic.
Yeah, I still think Hangman
That
should have won the second one.
see, I don't know. I kind of liked the way the second one, the one at Full Gear, I thought was like one of the best
Oh yeah,
extreme matches
what was
we've
that?
seen.
Texas Death.
Texas Death, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
But for
right, and
Hangman to do I mean, for me, for Hangman to do the Texas Death against Moxley at Revolution at the start of the year, and then do the Texas Death against Swerve
oh
at the end of
yeah,
the year, I thought was just like I loved both matches. I thought they were fantastic. So
you have a
like
good
respect
memory.
to
I
Hangman.
can't
Yeah, I'm just a
like
massive nerd.
unless, unless I have it in front of me. What did I say 5 minutes ago? We had a Stadium Stampede match.
Yeah,
We had Will Ospreay defeated Jericho. Leo mentioned that earlier.
phenomenal match.
Really good match. I saw something today about Jericho saying, "Why would I retire? I have a 6-pack and still can do a not a backflip, but a
The
lion salt." Did he say lion salt?
yeah, mine. Yeah, I think it's
Maybe
Lions
he
Only.
did say that. Maybe he did say that. I don't remember what he said exactly. I like Jericho. I
I
I
like Jericho most of the time.
I
This learning tree
I.
stuff is annoying as shit.
That's the point, though.
I know it's the point, but
Yeah,
it doesn't make it less annoying.
the learning tree. Like he's just like I don't know.
I think my brother pointed out, and I think that the way he says the learning tree at the start,
Yeah.
I think that's a slight dig at WWE for the Death Rebel stuff.
No, what do you mean
They
by
all
that?
say because almost all the WWE themes say something before the music hits.
It could be.
They
The
wouldn't show me if
learning tree.
Jericho. Yeah, if Jericho was just trying to mess with them a bit by doing that.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, but I
No,
don't know.
not Jericho.
I
I mean.
I don't understand the people who say Jericho doesn't put people over. Would you agree with me on that?
I think there's been evidence of him not putting people over, but I think in the long term, in long term, it's worked. People like MJF and stuff who's gone on to better things after the feud. I think when people concentrate too much on the feud, that's when people think that he doesn't put people over. Like the way that he won the last match of the MJF feud. He beat Hook for the FTW title, but I assume Hook will probably get his win back at the weekend.
Yeah,
But like, I think
there's
been
also
evidence of it, but I think
there's also a
as I said,
lot
if
of
you look in the
evidence
long
for
term,
it. Yeah, I don't know.
I think
I don't know.
yeah,
Go
it's
for it.
weird. It's a weird one. I think it's like if you look at everyone he's feuded with and where they are now compared, they've obviously gone way higher on the card than he is now.
And,
So
yeah, and to bash your boy CM Punk, Jericho has put more people over in AEW than Punk did in AEW.
that's very true. I will
Yeah,
I will agree with that.
because who in reality who did Punk put over in AEW?
MJF,
But he
like
but he
in Chicago,
but
but he got his win back. Yeah, that's
but
the
he got
thing.
his
He
win
did
back.
get his win back.
He
Yeah,
he put Moxley over. He got his win back like 10 days later. So it's like
yeah.
okay. Well, I'll give you this one.
I get
Ricky
it.
Starks. Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
I'll
I
give
was
you
about to
Ricky
say
Starks.
Ricky Starks,
He
but
he lost to Starks in the tournament and he never got.
yeah, but then he technically screwed him over straight afterwards when he left. Anyway, because then Danielson had to come in and take his place.
Yeah, and now Ricky Starks is going to WWE most likely.
Well, apparently.
I think it's all but confirmed.
You can't be best friends with Cody and not go to WWE.
Yeah, that's
Ask
all I was like.
Sean Spears or
Yeah,
Lexis King or
Ethan Page.
Yeah, there you go.
Ethan Page is killing it, man. I'm happy for him. All right, the next match we had from last year was a House Rules Trios match. Didn't remember this one either. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. Oh wait, no, I do remember this one. It was
That's a black guy.
if Billy Gunn lost, if the Acclaimed lost, Billy Gunn had to retire, right?
That was the idea. That was never an official stipulation, but the thing was that he retired in the build-up and then came back as Billy Gunn and not Daddy Ass, and then they just reverted back to the way they were when they won.
Yeah, forget about that. All right, and the
Yeah.
main event, another incredibly awesome match. MJF defeated
Fantastic.
Adam Cole to retain. That match went 29 minutes on the dot.
Yeah,
MJF
it didn't
Cole
feel like
feud,
it.
yeah. The MJF Cole feud was hot for a while, then
God, didn't that die a death?
Cole shattered his ankle, and I mean shattered.
Where he's not.
He's still not back. It's been
Nope.
what? Wait, when did he?
Almost a year. No, it'd be over a year now. Sorry, because he wasn't out.
What's that show they do in September in New York? Grand Slam.
Yes.
He shattered his ankle at Grand Slam, which is usually the end of September. We're at the end of August right now. So that's 11 months.
And he's rumored to be coming back like as soon as next week, which I don't believe until I see
like
it.
I thought he broke his ankle, but like he beyond shattered it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I've met him too. Such a nice guy.
You see it on his Twitch, just like
I witnessed him jump into Billy Gunn's arms too, and Billy Gunn just like ate him up. Because Billy Gunn was walking by Britt Baker and Adam Cole, and Billy Gunn says, "Oh, Britt, it's so nice that you brought your son to this convention." And Adam Cole, without hesitation, just goes, "Dad," and runs over and jumps into Billy Gunn's arms, and Billy Gunn just like catches him, no problem. I was like, that is phenomenal. But anyway, on to All In 2024. Now, let me get the card up.
I have the card. Luckily.
So obviously, you are going to All In 2024. You think it's going to be better than last year's?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the card is way better this year.
There's a lot of new faces on this. Well, maybe not new. Mariah
new to the card faces.
Yeah, Mariah May didn't wrestle last year. There.
No, she debuted in the November. So, when she started doing. So she started doing interviews with RJ City in November when she was trying to meet Tony Storm.
November of last
year? Thing started. Yeah, it's been going on for a while.
She hasn't been around for even a year?
Nope. I know I looked it up for like video research. So like I remember like it being November when she came over from Stardom.
Wow. Time just flies. Okay. Interesting. Danielson missed All In last year, right?
He did, and then was back for All Out, which I thought was pretty insulting.
Oh yeah, he fought. Who did he fight at All Out?
He faced Ricky Starks in the strap match.
That's another one I don't remember.
It's a brilliant match. I go back and watch it.
I wasn't that drunk for All Out either. I was tired, but not drunk.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be Punk, and then he decided to choke out Jeff Hardy instead.
Yeah. Punk got fired.
Yes.
Was it the night before All Out?
I think it was like announced on the Wednesday after. But it was the Wednesday after All In.
Maybe Tony Khan addressed the crowd.
Because it was in Chicago.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it was.
The fuck out of him.
I don't know what he thought he was doing on that one, but
who knows what Tony Khan's doing? Like,
apart from fair point. So as of right now,
yes,
and we have Dynamite tonight, so more matches could be added for all I know. So we're going, folks. We're going on the card with what we have now. If more matches get added, we don't have our Magic 8 Ball. We're not fortune tellers. Sorry, but like the other day, I did a show. And it was Friday. And at the time of recording, when we were talking, Alpha was still alive. 30 minutes after we stopped recording. We were like, and me and my buddy were like, awesome. Now it just looks bad. Like, come on. All right. Where do we start? We'll just go from top to bottom. All right. I assume we're going to get more buy-in matches. That's
I would say one, maybe two.
yeah. We have one
What
right
they'll
now.
be, I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie, just knowing how Hook's been in the past, I thought Jericho Hook was going to be on the buy-in, but it's probably not because it's Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho would never do. Jericho would be like, yeah, no. All
So
right. Chris Stat. Oh my God, I didn't even. Okay, Chris Statlander
do you
and
want me to?
Stoke. No, I didn't know this was a match, so I'm
Oh,
surprised.
so
This is
it
my
feels very thrown together. As
my
far as
genuine reaction. Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway versus Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii.
yeah,
Wait, there's a stipulation apparently. The winning team will choose the stipulation of the match between Statlander and Nightingale at All Out.
all out. Yes.
That actually changes my pick, I think.
Oh, my pick's been the same. Basically because of what the score is between those two.
What's the score?
I'm pretty sure the score is 2-1 Statlander. So Willow gets the win here, makes it 3-3. They have a match at All Out for the rubber match.
Wait, you said Statlander gets the win, right?
No, Willow gets the win.
Willow gets the win?
Statlander's winning.
I think Statlander gets the win on Sunday. I only say that because if the babyface picks the stipulation, whatever. But Statlander can get pretty creative with the all-out match.
I would say, how are you gonna not have Ishii kill Stokely Hathaway?
Well, that's gonna happen. I don't think Stokely Hathaway is gonna play a part in this. But let me put it this way.
I think it's going to be a case of heel stuff. I feel like someone's going to get involved on behalf of Stokely Hathaway, but it will end up costing them the match somehow in shenanigans gone wrong.
Let me put it this way: neither girl is taking the pin. I think we can both agree there. Yeah, I think we can both agree there. Whether Willow's team wins or Statlander's team wins. All right, that's interesting. Next up. And this is the order of the Wikipedia cards. So we're going with that. And I know you have a hot take on this, and we can talk about
Mariah and Tony, isn't
it? Yep. Toni Storm, it's finally happening, defending her AEW Women's World Championship against the hometown girl, Mariah May. Who do you got? We'll go over that first, and then we can dive into what we think should happen. Who do you got?
So I've got Mariah May because
I have Mariah May.
My thing has been Mariah May. I think has been the only person set up perfectly to be the one that takes Tony's title. And Tony kind of, in my opinion, laid her own bed when she put Mariah in the Owen Hart tournament.
Yep.
Why would you enter your own friend into a tournament that is to the winner faces you? That's just kind of silly tactics as a champion, in my opinion.
My thinking for this matchup is, if not Mariah May beating Tony, then who?
I would suggest one person.
Yeah, I think. But
is the person that Tony took the title from originally
in that 5-minute get in and get out match?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Well, yes, but
no, that would have worked if Tony was still a heel.
Yeah, and if Jamie Hayter, spoiler, was around for the last year and a half. She's obviously I think you just derail Mariah May if you ask me. If you have her, lose.
So if they'd done Hayter's return while Tony was facing the likes of Deonna Purrazzo and Riho and stuff, she's a heel, so it makes sense that the heel would then be like, crap, fucking the person that I took out originally is now come back to take my title. But now Tony's babyface, it doesn't make sense for Hayter to come out and kind of go for her. So it doesn't make sense for Hayter to go for Mariah either.
Yeah. Now maybe Jamie Hayter can confront the winner of the other women's match.
Yes, that's where I would put it.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense just to start it off.
She also has the affiliation with Britt Baker, who, spoilers, I don't think is winning that match either.
Well, apparently they hate each other in real life. Apparently.
Well, yeah, but on screen they're friends, so it would.
Yeah, of course.
But if they do hate each other in real life, it kind of you could have a return and Swerve. She goes for Baker and not Monet.
That's true.
So
Yeah, like
either way, it works.
like Mercedes is holding up the belt. Jamie Hayter comes out. Jamie Hayter looks
Mercedes
at
gets out of there like as quick as possible.
yeah. Jamie Hayter looks at Mercedes Monet, and then just pops Britt Baker in the face, and then
Yeah.
Monet's like, "All right, time to leave."
You've kind of got that the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn kind of turn.
I think that's the easiest way for her to return.
Yes.
There they are. Hello, Ryan. Thanks for finally joining us after I had to beg you over text. This guy. My lovely, lovely, lovely editor. Can you read the comments or no?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Some people can, some people can't. So I was just curious. Did Bobby tell you that I found your channel Wrestling Retrospective? He's lying. No, he's not.
Well,
lying.
he didn't, but now he's saying that you're lying. So
no, he did. I have no problem admitting it. I just want.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. So he got this together. I'm an honest man. Listen.
Oh, it's greatly appreciated.
Yeah. So yeah, that. Oh, and let's get into
my hot take for Mariah and Tony.
I'll leave it all to you. The placement of Mariah May and Toni Storm.
I undoubtedly think that Mariah May versus Toni Storm should be main eventing All In. I think that it has been the best build up to a match that we've had on this card, on maybe even for like the past few cards, to be fair. Like, and I've thought this since Mariah first turned and beat her bloody with the shoe. But since then, it's become way more personal than that. They're literally out to kill each other. So, Mariah May went on Busted Open Radio and also said on Dynamite that she was going to read out Tony's eulogy at the media scrum. Like, a match that intense goes on last. Like, I know that Danielson and Swerve is a big match within itself. I think the build has been mediocre. I think it could have been done a lot better. But also, Mariah May and Toni Storm started their build to this way before Swerve and Danielson did. So, yeah, I just feel like the best built match for the biggest card of the year should go on last. And it's arguably the biggest babyface versus the biggest heel in the company, being Toni and Mariah. So,
and it's if you want to end the pay-per-view on a great note, because yes, she is a heel, but it's her home country. Nobody's gonna boo her. You end it with Mariah May holding up that belt.
Yeah, you leave Toni Storm in a puddle of her own blood, standing over her with the women's title.
And then even Toni Storm can like disappear after that,
Yeah, Toni Storm doesn't need the title. Her character is fantastic without it or with it. So it's kind of that works. Whereas you can now establish Mariah May as like one of the biggest heels in the company with the championship.
And she's done great work.
Absolutely.
Even when she was a face, she was doing great work. But all right. So
it's like weird. I was going to say it's weird to think that like back in November, like I didn't really know who Mariah May was.
Neither did
We're less than a year in, and I'm like, yep, I'm for it completely. Like she should be going on last, holding the title last. And that's a detriment to her, in my opinion.
I have what we call a fantasy wrestling league over here. You might not know do you know what fantasy sports are or no?
Yeah, I do fantasy fantasy soccer.
You don't do fantasy football. I do fantasy football. So I run a fantasy wrestling league.
Okay.
In about what month was it? April. I made a trade. I made a trade for Mariah May. I had a feeling that she was going to be the one to dethrone Toni Storm.
Okay.
And now here we are, and I got her. And now here we are, 3 days or 4 days out. If she loses, I'm going to be very, very angry. I'm going to be but I'm like 99.99999% sure
I'm not
Mariah
that
Mo's
confident,
winning.
but I'm very confident that she's going to get the win.
Oh, I think it's like a lock, as close to a lock as you
Yeah.
can get. To me,
I think the thing is now is that my only worry is because we know Swerve and Danielson is going on last, where they actually do place this match.
yeah,
Because like there's a lot of stuff where the fans are going to be involved. Like think about like one of the matches I'm most excited for is the Casino Gauntlet because it's like
yeah,
it's a mini Royal Rumble
and
pretty much.
you want the crazy part is I can't even think who a surprise could be in there.
I can think of many. If we're going off the card, what it is now, I can think of a few.
Well, no, wait. When you say surprise, I mean guys not
Yes.
on the current roster.
Yes.
Interesting.
I
We'll
have
get to
two at
that.
least.
Okay. Because I'm just blank. Listen, I gotta be honest with you. The last like 2 to 3 weeks, I've been very behind on my wrestling. I've been on a Cobra Kai kick. If you ever watched the show,
Okay. I haven't, but I'm aware of how big it is.
yeah. I started it about 2 weeks ago, and
was
I'm already on season 4.
Yeah, see, I was on like I'm a massive fan of The Boys. So as soon as their most recent season came out, I was on it straight away.
I started watching that. It stalled a little. I'm on season 2.
Yeah.
But I was this close to meeting Homelander.
Oh really?
He was announced for a convention
Like
I go
fair
to.
play.
He dropped out the week of. I was like,
Oh no, I
bummer.
don't think.
Yeah. All right. Next matchup we have on this. We mentioned it before. MJF versus Will Ospreay for the AEW American Championship.
The fact it's not called United States bugs me. I'm so used to calling everything United States that calling it American is just so unnatural.
Yeah. Oh, and to get to this question, Ryan wants to know: do you know Zero News?
I'm not aware. No, sorry.
I do a weekly. I do a weekly show with him. He's formerly Zero Uncut. Big time journalist in the wrestling world. We'll have to get you on one of the shows for sure. Yeah. He'll probably listen to this back, so yeah, he's an okay guy. I just say that because I know he'll listen back and be like, "What?" sorry, Zero. You know I like to push your buttons. MJF versus Will Ospreay. Who do you got?
I have Will Ospreay.
Same here.
Not just because I'm English and all that stuff, but
I think that's why he's getting
see. I don't think the American title is going to last. Yeah. I think the whole point is to bring the international championship back again. So it that leads to it. So Ospreay can just bring it back with like kind of no worries. But yeah, he also going to want his win back, and it leaves them 1-1, which is then open to them having a match at
All Out. Man, I think they might want to delay.
No, they can't. They can't have a match at All Out because the international title already has a number 1 contender for All Out.
It does? Who?
It's Pac. The guy that has been shafted out of this show again.
Wait.
Yep.
You're going to have Pac fight at All Out, but he's not on the card for All In.
I think he'll be in the Casino Gauntlet. They have to get him on the card somehow. He missed last year because of injury. So
how? That blows my mind. I don't understand.
Yeah, he got properly screwed.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, like pretty much what happened was, the night that it was like the night of, or the night before, not night before, but week before, Pac won a triple threat match to become number 1 contender. So at one point, we were having Pac versus Ospreay at All In, which would have been awesome. And then MJF beat Ospreay on the 250 Dynamite.
I remember that.
And then Pac just got left one side.
Yeah.
So
when was the last time we saw?
Great.
Well, before he won that triple threat match, when was the last time we saw Pac?
No, he's been like on and on. He's been like on Collision a lot.
Oh,
and I don't know how often people. I don't watch Collision every week, but
yeah, me neither. I'll be honest. All right, next match, and this is kind of cool because they can do a lot with this match. We have Jungle Boy Jack Perry, CM Punk's arch nemesis.
I don't know who Jungle
Defending.
Boy is.
Well, I always call him Jungle Boy.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry defending against Darby Allin. Coffin match for the TNT Championship.
I'm going to be annoyed if the two don't bleed buckets. Like, you know, we know Darby will. He's willing to throw himself through glass to, you know.
Well, so is Jungle Boy.
Well, yeah. I think it's, yeah. I don't know. It's a tough one to predict because Jack Perry's not been champion for that long. So it's, I think for me, the safest guess is Jack Perry. Just,
I agree.
I feel like he can have a lengthy reign and try and put at least a little bit of prestige back into that championship. As difficult as it may be since Christian lost it.
As long as the other guys have their belts, I don't see him losing because he was the last one to get the belt. So that's just my opinion. Could I be wrong? Absolutely.
Yeah, fair. But then Darby Allin, I don't think he's ever lost a coffin match, so that's what they'll play with this. He beat Ethan Page. He won the tag match last year.
Yeah. Is there only
He's probably beaten other people.
Oh wait,
I can't remember.
He beat Brody King. I believe that was a casket match or coffin match.
Yes, he did. That's right.
Don't ask me what year that was. Don't ask me how I pulled that out.
I think it was like 2 years ago after the Royal Rampage and that.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
so you've got the undefeated Darby Allin against the scapegoat.
And does Jungle Boy or does Darby Allin really need the TNT Championship again?
No.
I'd rather him go for the.
I feel like Jack Perry does more for the title than Darby Allin would. So
yeah, I mean,
for me, Jack Perry, I think.
Wait, and Darby Allin has a title match coming up, correct?
He has a world title match at Grand Slam.
Yeah, which he probably.
So we have so more or less we have a world title match at Grand Slam for Darby Allin. We have a world title match for whoever wins the Casino Gauntlet, and we haven't even had the world title match yet between Danielson and Swerve.
So wait, the winner of the Casino Gauntlet, I'm assuming they get that match on TV, or is it all out?
I would have guessed all out, which is why I have my winner being who I have it. When we get to it.
Oh God, I have to pick my winner. Oh God, and I don't even. Do they have a list of people who's in it?
Nope, we don't know who's in it. And the thing is, last time they did a Gauntlet Eliminator, they did it on Dynamite, and there was 21 participants, of which only 10 of them entered before the match finished. So we don't even know if we're going to get everyone.
Interesting.
It's the one that like Ospreay won to get an international title match against
I remember that.
And only 10 people entered. And I only remember that because I was like watching the clock because it was like nearly for us 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't have enough time for 21 people to be coming out here. So it's got to end at some point.
Oh, man. All right. For that one, you're going to let me pick first. I might have to scroll through the roster. We're coming up on that soon, too. So after this match. All right. Next match we have, I have Jungle Boy, or I keep calling him Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. We have Mercedes Moné, and we did hint at this a little, versus Britt Baker. Singles match for the TBS Championship. Who do you got?
Unfortunately, I've got Mercedes Moné.
Not a Mercedes Moné fan, huh?
I cannot stand her. The entrance is awful. With you. The dance is ridiculous. Her theme is annoying. The CEO constantly, I cannot do. I'm going to hate it in the arena.
I'm one of those rare people that actually got a picture with her at the airport.
Oh, she like hunted her down in the airport, did you?
Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm walking by. I see this chick with the blue hair. And my one buddy said, yo, she's not trying to be seen. 1, blue hair. 2, a giant SmackDown cap. Really, she's not trying to be seen totally.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey.
She loves the attention, you can tell.
Yeah. I went up to her very peacefully, respectfully. I was like, hey, can we get a quick picture? She's like, sure. Didn't chat me up, just didn't even take her mask off for the picture. Like, oh, cool. I was like, whatever. So
you can kind of prove you had a picture with Mercedes Moné.
The blue hair. No, it was Sasha Banks. Mercedes Monet
Oh,
didn't
Sasha
exist
Banks.
at that point.
Oh, no, that's fair. Sasha Banks is a lot
Oh.
better than Mercedes Moné.
Yeah. This was about a month before she walked out of WWE. WrestleMania
Ah,
38 weekend. All right, yeah. I have Mercedes Monet. Maybe a Jamie Hayter return at the end. That would be awesome. Jamie Hayter's
I
great.
would love that. I
Yeah.
think that, as we said before, whichever person she goes for, it makes sense. So hopefully, and I think it'll be like one of the biggest pops, and then I actually come out.
Okay. The Casino Gauntlet. I am combing through the roster as we speak to find a winner.
Buzzing. I hope everyone actually gets in the match though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
I have an ideal name already. He's not on
yeah.
the. Ooh. I have a second name. Oh, I'm stuck.
Okay,
Oh,
I had a couple of names, so we could have a few guesses because we don't know who's in the match.
All right, you want to take 3 guesses each?
Yeah, I can take 3.
Let's see if we have the same 3. All right.
Okay.
All right.
You told me for you to go first because
Yes, I'm gonna go first. This is always my go-to guy if you need a championship match against somebody. Adam Page.
Yep.
That's one of yours?
Yes, that's my number one.
Okay.
And it's basic. I have a reason why.
Go for it.
So if Swerve retains, him and Swerve are already built to have a world title build in 2 weeks at All Out.
Yeah,
like,
and
it just makes the most
unfortunately,
sense.
but what if Danielson wins?
Then him and Danielson hate each other as well.
Yeah, sure too.
So,
all right, my second guess.
Yeah, I think they're like 2-1 at one point or something.
And I don't think this man has been seen since he got taken out by MJF. Daniel Garcia.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good shout. He's not someone I'm expecting to be there because he's between contracts right now.
Yeah, but a nice pop.
But no, it's all rumors and stuff. So I mean, we don't know if he's actually signed.
All right, who's your second one?
My second choice would be Orange Cassidy because he's always Tony Khan's safe bet.
You know, I looked at him and I said, When I said that's when I was looking at Orange Cassidy. Yeah. No joke. I was like,
Tony Khan has a massive hard-on for Orange Cassidy.
I did come across another name. Another name. Now, I don't know when the last time we saw this man was, truthfully. And he's been Tony Khan's go-to guy before.
I think I know where you're going with this.
What does his first name start with, the letter?
J.
Yep. Yeah. John Moxley.
John Moxley.
I could see it. Was that your other one?
Yes.
So so we were on the same page.
My only doubt about this match would be if Moxley returns tonight to face Okada all in after the cardio match.
Oh, I haven't seen spoilers on that either. So
I haven't looked either. So because it's been taped, but they didn't air it live in the UK, which makes no sense to me at all, and bugged me a lot.
Why would they not air it live in the UK?
So they've done it. It's been done. I think it started at 7 o'clock or something, or 6 o'clock. They've taped it in Wales, but they're still airing it at 1 a.m. here because of TNT and TBS.
That's so stupid.
Whereas WWE will air Raw or SmackDown live to the UK crowd, and then I feel like they still show it on Peacock or wherever they have their stuff in the US at 1 a.m. for us as well. So we got completely out-favored by America completely, pretty much.
That's usually how.
So they've they've pre-taped Dynamite and Collision already.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Collision makes sense because of it's on a Saturday and all that. Like they're not going to do it the night before All In.
Yeah.
But Dynamite just nonsensical to me.
Yeah. Ryan wants to know who is on your Mount Rushmore of WWE superstars.
I don't know. Can I say this without causing absolute carnage on the internet?
No.
I think for me, I have to go from the people I know. Like I can say like Flair and Hogan, but I didn't watch them, so I can't.
Well, yeah, it's just
That'd be
your
very hypocritical
overall.
of me.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd probably go Undertaker, Triple H, Cena, and probably Shawn Michaels,
For
because they're like the
me,
influence wise, like they're the guys I know for being like big. Maybe Randy
for
Orton on there.
yeah, for me, it's Hogan, Austin, Taker, and this last one might shock you, but Jericho.
Yeah, no, that's a great shout.
I I firmly believe Jericho needs to be at least in the conversation. He's done this for
Yeah.
30 plus years, reinvented himself at plenty of points. I here's how I choose my list. Hogan, he put wrestling on the map. However you feel about him, he put wrestling on the map. Stone Cold, he was the guy when it was at its
Yeah.
peak. Undertaker, greatest character of all time. He's top two and he's not two. And Jericho, like I said, longevity, character work.
Yeah. No, I
All
agree.
right.
Like my thing is the case of I just haven't seen. I didn't see Austin when I started. I didn't see.
Yeah, of course.
So it's
Yeah.
like I know those guys and what I go. Obviously, I've gone back and watched all their stuff, but
Yeah.
I feel like I can't because I'm just like I wasn't there in the moments for it.
Yeah, I feel you. I respect it. All right, back to the all-in card if I can find it. Uh-oh, where'd we go? All right, here we go. Where do we leave off? Casino Gauntlet. All right, we
Right.
had a similar three. Oh, we have another question. What do you guys think about the possibility of Lashley or Ricochet turning up? Oh, true.
I think if they're in it, they're not winning. Or maybe
Yeah.
Lashley might, but I feel like it'd be massive pops if they do.
I don't think we get both on Sunday. Only because you have All Out in 2 weeks.
Okay.
You have to save something. That's just
Yeah.
my personal opinion. You can't, give away everything on All In.
I think they can. Definitely
Well,
not going bias.
I mean, well, you want it. Yeah, it was like me at WrestleMania
Yeah.
Last year. Rock's got to be there. Rock's got to be there,
No.
and he was. All right, next up, a man we just mentioned, Chris Jericho defending the FTW Championship against Hook. If Hook loses, he can never challenge for the FTW Championship again, as long as Jericho is champion. Who do you got?
Hook.
Yeah, it's Hook for sure.
It's
Gotta
Hook.
get his win back.
It
Yeah,
has to be Hook.
yeah. They gotta get rid of that title. Just
No, I
in
like the
general.
title. It just doesn't need to be this high up on the card.
I just think you
It's
the one guy hold it for the last like 2 years.
for me, it doesn't make sense how AEW won't recognize it as a championship, but they're putting it on the biggest show of the year.
Yeah, well, Tony Khan. That's all I gotta say.
Well, no, I to be fair, when I did my card I'd like to see video, I wanted to see Jericho and Samoa Joe all in, thinking that Hook would have won his title back by now.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, no Samoa Joe
Jericho's
as of right now.
Yeah, he's filming Twisted Metal. You know the series
yeah,
he's done.
He is. I haven't.
That's why he was written off.
Have you watched it?
I haven't either. I keep meaning to get around to it, but I didn't play the video game, so I feel like I probably won't get it as much as most people.
Yeah,
but it looks really funny.
I'm a big Anthony Mackie guy, so Stephen Selby. Hello, fellas. Hello, Newman.
Oh.
I mean Selby. Hello, Stephen. Thank you for joining us while you're at work. Make sure you keep your eyes on the road there, buddy. All right. Our next matchup. Oh, it's not the one with a bunch of names just yet. Okay, hold on. We have the Young Bucks defending their AEW World Tag Team Championships against FTR and the Acclaimed. Who do you got?
The Young Bucks. But my issue is that I have no interest in this match, really.
I don't know who beats the Bucks at this point, truthfully.
I don't think the Bucks are going to give the team that do beat them enough time to get built to a point where they can beat them. I think it's just going to be whenever they don't want to be champions anymore.
Whatever they say,
Pretty
Tony,
much.
we're going home.
Yeah. Even though they're home like all the time anyway, considering that they've only defended the titles once since winning them in April.
That's crazy. I saw it. It's like they've defended it once in like 150 days or something.
Yeah, it's like a Logan Paul type reign.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul's defended it more than once in that run.
Yeah,
or
probably.
he did. Yeah. Anyway, crazy.
I think
all right,
I've got the Bucks. Let's say it's just the Bucks is just easiest option, and I can't.
Yeah, I can't see them losing it. All right, next up, work with me here for a lot of names. 4-way London ladder match for the AEW World Trios Championships.
As soon as it was announced as a ladder match, buzzing. Can't wait. I love a good ladder match.
Yeah, especially in person.
No.
Have I ever seen one in person? I don't think I have.
Yeah, I haven't, but I know I can trust it because Christian's in there.
Oh, Christian, the father hater. That man's done. That man is doing phenomenal work.
He's so good.
We have the Patriarchy, Christian Cage, Killswitch, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne defending against the Bang Bang Club, Juice Robinson, Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, defending against the House of Black. We know who's in the House of Black. And the wild card winners. Who do you think the wild card winners are?
I have a few different people for this one because I genuinely have no idea. And I don't know who's in the match to get into it. That happened on Collision, which we know was pre-taped. So I'm just going to try and not look at the spoilers for that.
I'll look at the spoilers. I won't say anything, so don't worry.
My choices for it would either be a bit out there with the Undisputed Kingdom.
Oh,
pretty much because they've just lost the ROH titles.
Yeah.
To Dustin and Guevara.
That was a surprise to me.
Yeah, so I think it's so random the fact that then they would get on this card, maybe. If none of them appear in the Casino Gauntlet, I would have Moxley, Claudio, and Yuta as the Blackpool Combat Club. So you'd have the whole Combat Club maybe walk out as champions with Danielson wins the world title. And I had another team in mind, and I can't remember who I was going to choose. I think it was something to do with being from England and stuff. I was going to choose.
I'm trying to find the Collision spoilers right now, and don't
worry.
If
they're out, I don't know if they are.
It says Dynamite and Collision spoilers from Cardiff.
Well, yeah, my choice is for now the Undisputed Kingdom on the Blackpool Combat Club.
That's a solid choice because you could just throw him in there.
And as we've referred to, Moxley is Tony Khan's boy. So,
yeah. All right, I'm not finding it right now. I was just curious to see.
I mean, good in a way.
Yeah. It says AEW Dynamite and Collision spoilers from Cardiff, but it doesn't say anything about Collision.
Finished. Yeah. Well, the thing that I find weird is that they're not mentioning Rampage. It's just Dynamite and Collision.
I know this because they recorded Rampage after Collision last week. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so that's not going to be confusing as hell. Watching Dynamite from England, then Rampage from America, and then Collision from England. Well, Wales. Sorry.
True. Yeah. Wait. Oh, this doesn't even say spoilers. This is just the card for tonight.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't even say who won or anything. Thanks, Dave Meltzer. Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
And we won't get into him. I have strong opinions on that man. All right, next up. All right. Who did you say was winning this one?
I want the House of Black to win. I think the Patriarchy are going to steal it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to pull this belt off of Christian anytime soon.
No, and it's a safe title to give him and just let him keep.
Yeah, and he's just doing his thing.
Yeah.
Final match of the night. We presume it's going to be the main event. Could it
They've
not be?
More or less confirmed it. Like Swerve is saying it's the main event. Danielson's saying it's the main event.
If that's the case, you should have Mariah May kick it off.
Really?
I'm a firm believer in your second biggest match going first.
Yeah. No, fair enough. I get that.
The crowd is hot. If you're in the middle, it might die off a little. If it's the
True.
second to last match, well, I mean, remember WrestleMania 35?
Yes, Brock and
Seth and Brock went on first, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah,
and
true.
I was there, and the crowd was hot for it.
I maybe would have it go on third to last, like they did Jericho and Ospreay last year.
That's dangerous too. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. All right, our main event. Assuming we have Swerve. Swerve Strickland. I couldn't get the name out. We have Swerve Strickland defending the AEW World Championship against Bryan Danielson. And if Bryan Danielson loses, his career is over. Who do you got?
I got Swerve. No, to be fair, like I feel like it could go either way, and I feel like it's just thing. I feel like it's Swerve because AEW showed more or less the video they're going to show when Danielson dies on Dynamite last week.
Danielson dies.
They did. It was like this. I was watching the video package when they were playing Green Day, and you'd have thought it was a package where someone had passed away. It was like, what is this?
Until he comes back as Daniel Bryan. Then,
the biggest.
Go for it.
I was going to say the biggest heel in this match is Birdie Danielson. If it wasn't for her, this wouldn't be going on. But she wants to be selfish and wants her dad back. So I think we should send Christian Cage to go visit Birdie B.
Oh dear God, that would. I had Swerve until Danielson said, "I'll retire if I lose."
Yeah, I was also one of that. But I don't know. And then Danielson went online. Well, he didn't go on. He did the interview with Jim Ross, didn't he? And he was like, "Well, I need neck surgery as soon as possible." And I was like, "Why would you tell Swerve that? You're an idiot."
Yeah. Well,
Swerve is the kind of guy who will just go for his neck immediately. So,
that's interesting.
Plus, when it comes to families and kids and stuff, Swerve beat Hangman twice.
True.
But it does feel like Danielson's kind of on the way out. So, we know that anyway. But originally, I thought it was going to be Wrestle Dream. I was under the impression that his last match was going to be at Wrestle Dream.
I think Danielson wins here. Swerve beats him back at Wrestle Dream.
Okay.
It's a way around. Danielson gets the title, but he doesn't have to retire. Yeah. I think
as long as they don't do what they did, I know it's completely different and whatever, but as long as they don't do what they did with bloody Flair, where it's like every match Danielson has is like, well, if he loses, he's gonna retire.
Oh yeah. No, I don't want
that
to do that.
Sucked.
Yeah, because it's like, it's like Bryan Danielson versus Angelico. Angelico ain't retiring him. It's like I think this show has the potential very, very good. I'm very excited. 1:00 Eastern. Definitely. Yeah. 1:00 Eastern, and there's a lot of potential surprises we could have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A lot. And then if Hangman isn't in the Casino Battle Royal, I feel like you could do Hangman versus Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, but do we want that, really?
No, but you can.
No.
It doesn't matter what we want. Do we want it? No. Does it matter? Also, no.
The thing is, it was like all the potential matches Hangman could have had between Blood and Guts and now. Yeah. He could have faced Okada because they had issues.
I was just about to say, there's no Okada on the card.
How? You have Okada on your thing, and you don't put him on card.
No Okada. Not confirmed. At least at the time of recording, we don't know what Okada's doing.
You would be a fool to leave Okada off this card.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like Moxley is a possibility for after the Claudio match.
Yeah, you could easily just have him defend his title. You could have done Okada versus Pac.
Yep. I heard
They
at one
just do
point
that with
Pac was
him.
going to do an open challenge. And that's where you'll have Ricochet come in my opinion. Pac versus Ricochet will be an awesome match.
Yeah, I honestly thought when Ricochet announced he was leaving WWE, I thought it was going to be Ospreay and Ricochet this time around.
Oh,
But
Dave Meltzer would hate that. Flip, flip,
Dave,
flip, flip.
Dave Meltzer also doesn't know when people actually pass away and not whatnot. Oh, Alpha's dead. No, he's not, Dave.
No, he's not dead. No, he's not. He's dead now.
Yeah. Oh, plans change. Right. Yep. He kept alive just so he can mess with your report.
Yep.
But anyway, do you have anything else you want to add to this All In 2024 stream?
I think I would have maybe. I know. I really liked the Stadium Stampede match. I thought we were guaranteed to get another one.
Yeah.
However, I'm very happy we got a Casino Gauntlet. I assume instead.
Yeah.
So depending on how that goes, I probably would have had that instead.
A lot more.
And I think it's
surprises with that one.
Yeah, I think that not having Pac on the card is criminal.
A crime. Yeah, especially in his country.
Yeah, I feel like if he's not on this card, he's been screwed majorly. Just being honest.
And if Mariah May loses, we riot. So that's
you're not even from the UK either.
Yeah, I'll riot from here. You know, and by riot I mean just drink more.
No, I feel like
all I can do.
Someone will have got the sign.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It's
definitely.
I don't think it's going to be as hostile for Toni Storm as say Cena.
She has a lot of supporters, so yeah, it's not going to be Cena heat, but it might be. I don't know. I want to say Ciampa heat, maybe. There's a lot of people like Gargano, but a lot of people hate Ciampa. So
yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yes, I failed to mention this earlier, and I should have. In the stream link, you can subscribe to the Wrestling Retrospective. Our new friend Leo.
Yes, please
go
do.
give him a subscribe. Yes. If you for some reason can't click the link or can't find it, message me. I will provide you with the link. You should be able to, but you never know.
I've also recently started a Patreon, but I just do it as the free one. Like I don't see the point in having people pay. Where I post like they're not like video reviews, but I type reviews of Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, and Collision. I'm looking into like doing watch along, not like watch alongs, but like pre-recording, watching old NXT.
That's dope.
And like kind of something to talk about because streaming and Twitch and stuff isn't. I can't hold a conversation with myself, but maybe if I watch something and talk about it, it might work out.
To stream by yourself is so hard. I did it once.
I tried doing Twitch a few years ago. Oh, I just couldn't do it.
It's not easy. I'm going to have to get you in touch with my buddy Zero. He runs a site. Now, I usually do the entertainment side of it. Okay. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of this show. It's called Claim to Fame.
No.
Okay. It's about famous people's relatives, and you've got to figure out who they're related to. I usually do that, and I'm sure you've heard of The Masked Singer.
Yeah, Jericho.
Yeah. That took me about 10 seconds to figure out who
it was really funny seeing like the whole wrestling internet go, well, it's Jericho clearly, and everyone else going, oh, we don't know who it is. Maybe he's British. It's like, no, it's Jericho so clearly.
I watch with my parents, and I see this, what was it, Godzilla?
Yeah, like the pink dinosaur thing,
Yeah, whatever it was. He starts singing, and I'm like,
I know that voice.
And I just look at my TV. I look at my parents. I say, I know who that is. They were like, how? I'm like, I cannot mistake that voice.
And for myself, who like listens to Fozzy as well. Like, I do straight away.
And my dad watches wrestling with me when I watch. My mom doesn't care for wrestling, but she knows who Jericho is because, funny story, I used to put her in the Walls of Jericho when I was little.
Okay.
It helped stretch out her back. She always just asked me to put her in the Walls of Jericho. So yeah, so she was like, so she knows Jericho because of that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know exactly who this is. They're like, who is that? I'm like, that's Chris Jericho. They were like, the wrestler? I'm like, thumbs up. I'm like, yeah, that's Chris Jericho. They were like, how do you know? I'm like, I hear that voice weekly.
Yeah.
I can't mistake that voice. And then what clinched it for me was when he said something like, "Are you ready to rock and roll, baby?"
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, well, baby was his
Baby,
thing.
you've got it showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, and they were like, and he unmasked and they were like, you know too much about Jericho. I'm like, the voice is a dead giveaway.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But yes, please go subscribe to our new friend. I gotta get you in touch with Zero because he's looking for guys to do. What'd you say you do? Raw, AW,
Raw,
SmackDown
SmackDown,
review?
Dynamite, and Collision. I only started like last week, but I don't do videos on it. I just write about it and post it.
No, that's what he's looking for. Like,
Oh, really?
like not video posting. Like,
Yeah.
I used to live tweet the shows, but now I work at night,
Yeah.
so it's like it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I would.
But
As well.
I'll get him in touch with you. Now it's not a paid job. I'll be upfront about that. But I mean, if you just enjoy writing for free, he'll gladly have you.
Oh man, I have books, like handwritten books that have like every pay-per-view from WrestleMania 1 to now.
Oh wow, yeah,
Every NXT takeover, TNA pay-per-view, AEW pay-per-view, WCW, ECW. I have them all in books here, so writing is definitely my thing.
You're perfect for this. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him up now, and I'm gonna because I will forget, so I'm just gonna do it right off the rip. Yeah, he's definitely looking for a guy like you for sure. He changed his name on Instagram. Hello. All right. Yes. Like I said, go subscribe to our new friend Leo at the Wrestling Retrospective. He's definitely gonna come back on in the future. We just gotta figure out for what. Hey buddy, you enjoy All In.
Thank you.
Don't get too hammered, okay?
I don't drink, so I'm sound.
Well, I'll have to drink for both of us then. So that's just how it is. I drew the short straw. So sad. Anywho, thank you to all who joined us, commented, even if you were just listening and you didn't say anything. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Yeah, of course, always. Everybody who is going to be watching All In, enjoy All In. It should be a good show. I'm genuinely excited. I haven't been excited for an AEW pay-per-view in a while, but the fact that I get to day drink and watch a pay-per-view at 1 p.m., I always love that.
Oh yeah. When we get Saudi Arabia pay-per-views, it's like 5 p.m. over here. So it's like, cool.
Last year for Money in the Bank, it started at like 2 p.m. and I'm like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like Bash at Berlin like next week. It's like again, not too bad.
What is that? 6 p.m. for you guys?
Something like that. Yeah.
It's 1 for us, so I think it's got it's the same thing as.
Oh no, sorry, it won't be. It'll be an hour in front. So it'll be like
7 for you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad.
Oh, that's really good. That's like ideal pay-per-view time.
Yeah, that's normal functioning hours. That's not bad at all. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's when like the football or the soccer is on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's compared to starting at 1 a.m. your time. That's.
Oh my god, yeah. Staying up until 1 a.m. like 4 times a week. Yeah. 5 times if you want to watch NXT. Yeah, it's crazy.
7 p.m. is very favorable for that. But again, thank you to Leo from the Wrestling Retrospective. Give him a subscribe.
Thank you for having me on.
Check out his stuff. Of course, man. I enjoyed this little collab we had, and we'll have to do it again in the future. And again, everybody who joined, commented, clicked the like button, whatever you did, we both appreciate you. I always appreciate you. And enjoy All In, everybody. And I usually hold it up to the screen, but I don't have to today. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Plenty more content coming, folks. That's an old photo. because I have long hair and no beard. Now I have short hair and a beard. So, yeah. Um, I look like I'm 18 there, but that's another story for another time. Thank you for joining us again. I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, joined by the Wrestling Retrospective, and we will see you guys next time. Later.